I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. Comfort killers, ladies, gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dusk. Whenever you are watching, it is always the perfect time. I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. Guess what? I am so happy, so excited, so pumped. I didn't even eat breakfast. Because I don't need the energy, because I'm already energetic when it comes to you. Elena Cardone is in the building.
I love
you. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We're going to crush it today.
Okay.
Thank you so much for taking the time, investing time with the Comfort Killers. To me, you are the ultimate comfort killer. So thank you. And let's get started because it's going to be full of energy today. Elena.
Yes, ma'am.
I was at 10X Growth Con. Okay, and I was doing a lot of work there, so I was on stealth mode, and but I did have the opportunity to see your talk. And in the Jamaican world, right, when they play music and the music,
Jamaican?
I am Jamaican.
My trainer's Jamaican.
Really?
Anyway, go on.
Wagwan,
yes.
Wagwan. Oh, that's what's up. So in the music world in Jamaican, so they play these bombs right after like a certain, when you hit it, when the right song comes on, they air horn it and they put a big bomb. Ooh. When you said, I don't go off of motivation, I go off of discipline, I was the Jamaican in the audience throwing the bombs. Boom! I loved it. What do you mean by that? Because it resonated so much with me.
Well, this is what I mean by that. I mean, people are like waiting for motivation to happen, and people ask me all the time, how do you stay motivated? I'm not one of those people that like motivation strikes.
Yeah.
It does not strike me. I wake up sometimes at 5 in the morning knowing I have to go work out, and I'll wait for 45 minutes for this motivation to hit me to go work out, and it never shows up.
Right.
And that's when I use discipline to dig in. It doesn't matter what I feel like. It doesn't matter if I'm happy to work out, not happy. It's discipline. You do it anyway. And once you gear your mind enough times and reinforce it, like no matter what, this listens to me, you know, then I can control not only this physical body, but the physical world. Because it's like, oh, I'm afraid of her.
Oh my God.
She'll just like make, you know, stuff happen. Yeah.
You said something so amazing, and I hope Comfort Killers, you are listening to this. You control your body.
Totally.
You control your universe.
Yeah.
And that takes a skill of discipline, because you're not going when you feel good, right?
Right.
It's when you don't want to go. So how do you suppose someone builds discipline? Where does this discipline come from?
It starts by starting, and it's little stuff. It doesn't have to be this ginormous thing. You know, you want a dessert, tell yourself, the next time I want a dessert, I don't do it, and keep your word. And that's it, period. And you get through that one time, and then it got stronger.
Yeah.
You know, and then you say, I want to work out 3 days this week, and you do it, and then you're that much stronger. You know, it's whatever, you know, it's like, you know what, the next time me and so-and-so, your spouse or partner or whatever, you know, next time I'm going to bite my tongue and not say what I want to say that goes off in my mind, because I can be really witty, and sometimes I like to, you know, bedazzle with how creative I am, but it's not so beneficial.
Right.
And then you say, you know what, next time I'm gonna put a lid on that, and then you do, and then all of a sudden you get stronger and stronger and stronger.
So you're building the discipline muscle.
Yeah,
then.
you know, you don't want to make a phone call, you don't want to make a sales call, especially new salespeople that are worried and scared.
Yes.
They're gonna get hung up on. Go ahead and get hung up. You know, make it a goal. I'm gonna get hung up on 100 times because I suck so bad, and get it out of the way.
You know what? I love that aspect because when you go in expecting nothing but only to grow, that's when you grow.
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, I'm going to get hung up on 100 times. I want you to be the 100th person to hang up on me. And by that time, you get a little better.
Yeah,
so I love what you said
absolutely.
with building the discipline muscle, but then you're not breaking promises to yourself. And I think that shatters confidence. When you say that you're going to get up at 3 a.m., you make a promise to yourself. And when you don't, you're lying to yourself. So your subconscious is like, you're such a liar.
You're such a liar.
You're such a punk.
Shatters confidence.
Yeah.
That you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
If you want to build confidence, you've got to keep your word to yourself and others, no matter what.
Absolutely.
You know?
I love it. I love it. I feel the power. I hope you guys are feeling the energy. We are just getting started. We already talked about discipline. Stop playing with yourself, okay? Stop promising yourself and then lying to yourself, which is the ultra killer. Not a comfort killer, just the ultra killer. Let's talk about guns. Like, what is such your fascination with guns, Elena?
I am a freak of nature. Okay. Okay. Years ago. My father was a world champion. Well, they shot pigeons back in the day in Europe. I know that's not PC today, but it was with the 12.
Go to New York and
you know,
pigeons there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he got me into the world, and I've never, you know, he wanted 2 boys, he got 2 girls. I was the younger, so he kind of made do.
Gotcha.
You know? So he got me into sporting clay because I wouldn't hunt with him, never killed an animal in my life or anything. And so I started doing that, and I really developed a passion for guns and sporting clay and trap especially. So I used to compete, and that was my world. Then when I hooked up with Grant, and you know, I gave that up to focus on, well, what does it mean to be a wife and a mother? And that was an area I knew nothing about and really needed time to devote to that to figure it out. And I finally feel like I figured out that thing, and I have it down, you know, without taking it for granted and resting on the laurels, because it does require a lot of work. But now that the kids are a little older, I discovered this new world. Like, I had never discovered pistols before, or the AR, or a tactical shotgun. And just as soon as I tried it, it was like, you know, like the junkie, you know, it's like it just consumed my blood. And I was like, oh, the hunger. And so it's just a passion. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's in the bloodline or what, but I love it. I love training. I love the discipline of that. I love going for a target and hitting targets. And plus, I love the sound of steel when you hit it.
I thought that, again, the bombs. See the Jamaican in me, I'm like, but hold on, because let's talk about the fact that if I was interested in guns, I'll just go to the range. Bap, bap, I'm good. You take it an extra step by adding a skill. And that's what I appreciate about you, is the fact that, you're passionate about this thing, but you now are going to go to the experts, get trained up, get skilled up. And I watch your Instagram videos, and I appreciate when you missed a few.
Horrible.
No, hey, listen.
Okay.
Because the rest of us are only going to the range. With the what do you call the infrared, right? The light, it's easy. But you're making it so difficult for yourself. Why? You could just go to a range, Elena. You like some guns.
I go to the range a lot. And I go through a lot of ammo. Because that's in my nature. You know, like I need a goal, I need a purpose. Like even for the discipline has to have a purpose. Otherwise, I'll drop out. Like, you know, I'll be like, well, why am I doing this? Why I have discipline to work out as hard as I do is because now I want to compete in the nationals in Utah at the end of September. And in order to cram 2 years worth of where I'm supposed to be into 5 months, I need to be mentally strong, physically strong. I need to have my cardio in for running. You know, there's like a lot of things. So for me, I always have to have a purpose and a goal and a reward, like, you know.
No, I mean.
Or like, why am I doing it? It falls out. Like, if you just want to work out just to work out, you'll do it for maybe a month, maybe, and then you're like, screw it, I'm
back
done.
to square one.
But if you're like, I want to do this because I want to look like this at this point and this thing, and you know, I don't know, whatever your goal is.
Yeah. No, you taught me something here is like without a purpose, you're just aiming in the dark, so to speak, and no pun intended. You're shooting in the dark. There's no target.
Yes.
And so you wake up with a goal. You set goals. You're disciplined enough to compete. With yourself, really.
Right, it is with myself.
Right,
yes.
No one else. You easily could say you suck, and hey, you're learning.
God,
but
it's true.
From the outside looking in,
it's so humiliating.
From the outside looking in, though, Elena, you're really good because people won't get up and do that extra step. They won't get trained up.
Right.
They won't skill up. So it's teaching me a lesson in the fact where you want to learn something, go to the people that know, that could teach you.
I only go to the best. I only go to the best.
Who do you go to for your tactical training?
I go to Real World Tactical. He's here in Miami. His name is Tony, and he trains all the SWAT, and he is the real deal. That's tactical.
Yeah.
Now, for 3-gun, I go to the 3-gun champion, Keith Garcia.
What's 3-gun?
3-gun means you compete in a competition where you transition. Thank you.
Yeah.
You transition in one stage alone. You'll transition from pistol to tactical shotgun.
Yep.
To the AR-15, to the rifle.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's 3 guns.
Gotcha.
So for him, the 3-gun champion is Keith Garcia, and I only train with him. And for pistol, to learn the pistol, I'm only going to your Jamaican friend, Speedy Murdoch, who's training me now for pistol.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and here's the thing. This is my hobby, my goal, right? But it's what Grant and I talk about all the time. You have to have goals as a couple. And we have goals as a couple that are so big, and we play such big games. And sometimes we have big losses. We have big wins, but we have big losses, like a deal falls out or this or that. And so, believe it or not, everything that I do down here from my hobby and the guns and the mental, the this, the that, the challenge, it does circle back in and dovetail with the big picture, because then it makes me a bigger person to be able to give advice to him, to be able to shut the mouth down in order to provide the greater good for us. You know, it helps me be a bigger, rounder person for the big goal.
Right.
Which, you know, honestly, I would give everything up in a heartbeat if I needed to go help Grant. It's like these goals are done, you know? But because we have such things in order right now and such a tight bond, and he's good and I'm good, it gives me now time to focus on hobbies.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
But it does dovetail into the big picture.
I can see that because you're getting a mental toughness.
Yes.
You know,
That's
your
what I'm working
discipline
on.
is going up, your cardio, your training. So that applies in business and in life and in family life and just the power of it all.
Yes. And how to deal with losses and people that, you know, you expected to, or you thought were your team, and then suddenly, in like a blink of an eye, it's a 180 and they're actually a traitor. It's like, you know, it's like gut-wrenching,
how do you
sword
deal
knife.
with that?
Yeah, it's like, how to, and just patch it up and
keep
forge
going
forward, you know?
Well, that brings me to my next question. And it's all, your whole speech was about building your empire. And that, you know, and I love definitions, right?
Yes, me too.
I love definitions.
Me too.
I love it. I actually was going to bring my Merriam-Webster. Someone here forgot the Merriam-Webster.
Oh dear, dear.
But that's why I actually wrote it down. Okay. Empire, an extensive operation or sphere of activity controlled by one person or
a group.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
So when you spoke about this, you know, usually we see empires, this large scale thing, but you spoke about your daughter having her own empire.
That's right.
And everyone understanding her role within that empire, which is so important.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about, because you said you will drop all hobbies because if it's for the greater good of the goal, you're gone. It makes sense.
Gone, yeah.
So you are focused on this, what you are building.
Yeah.
How do you come in with a plan? Do we sit down and say, hey, this is our empire? Do we see it before we actually form it? Because I have a lot of questions from our comfort killers about this, but I think we can knock out some with the answers that you explain on empire.
For Grant and I, yes, we did have a vision, from a long time ago. We set visions, and we meet on it every Sunday and say, where are we at? Now, it's evolved and it's changed, but the main goal is still the main goal.
Yes.
Like, that hasn't changed. We're still on the same page. What was the rest of the question?
Well, you know what? I just want to know. You just answered it. How do we build the thing? Do we have a vision before? And you just said, yeah, you sat with Grant.
Yes, we had a vision before, and we had to get on the same page. You know, and you know, it takes a lot of guts to confront certain things. At the time when we did this, I was an actress in LA, and I really thought that's what I wanted. But when and you know, had it been different, had I created,
yes,
you know, everything that I wanted in that ideal scene,
yeah,
and that was really flowing us a lot of power, he would have forged behind me as well.
I love it.
But confront-wise, I looked at the scene and I was like, yes, I work here and there. I worked enough to take care of myself in my own world, but not enough to where the big picture of where I wanted to go. And that's when I made a decision. You know what? I can still have my passions to help people, to want to make a difference for the better in the world by doing a different thing, a different vehicle. It didn't just have to be this actress vehicle. And that's when I made the decision. Okay, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this, and I'm really going to do what I want. And I'm going to do shows that I want to do, and I'm not going to, you know, have to do anything I don't want to do.
Oh my God,
you know?
Elena, no, I feel you so much. I got goosebumps, Comfort Killers, only because you're saying some big words here, and I think of big words as confront.
Yeah.
Big words to me is decision. But I love the fact that you confronted where you were.
Yes.
The scene. What you could actually do, your abilities.
Yes.
Honest with yourself.
Yes.
Confront what is in front of you now before making a decision. And I say that because I was addicted to gambling.
Wow.
9 years, okay? Like this. I actually seen some Pegasus over there, and I said, what is that place? They said, it's the Gulf Casino. I was like, it doesn't affect me anymore because I confronted that. I seen exactly where I was and where I wanted to be and realized that ideal scene will not get me there. It's not the vehicle.
Yes, not the vehicle.
Not the vehicle. So you confronted, then you made a decision, and this, I think, answers tons of questions. But what I'm concerned with now, because you mentioned it a little earlier, is that when these treasoners, they come in this courtyard that you've built, that you've set up parameters and boundaries for. They slip in. Who let these guys in? Maybe us. We let them in. We didn't know.
Right.
How do you handle that?
Oh gosh, a number of ways. Grant says this about me. I let everybody in. Unless like you're really obvious. I let everybody in.
Yeah.
But once you have a mark on you, you are gone, and I don't let you back in. Like, Grant is forgiving and wants to let people back in. Once you're out, you're kicked out. So how do I do that? I mean, it depends whether it comes from me, whether it comes from somebody else in the group that gets rid of them, whether then everyone then on the team, you know, is told, do not let X in.
Briefed out.
You know?
They're briefed in.
They
know.
Out.
We're on the same page.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? But because you said once you start, the cues are there, symptoms are there. And I actually, when I watched your speech again, and I said, you know, that's true. When you start arguing, there's a little more stress involved. There's things that you can't explain happening. Yeah. Look for that person.
That's when I start looking. Yeah, I call myself the spotter, you know? Going back to the gun reference.
No puns, just guns,
There's
baby.
the sniper.
Yes.
Some snipers are solo, but most snipers, I'm told, I don't know firsthand, have a spotter. And the spotter is like spotting. Where the person is, the wind, the this, the that, calibrate this, and then there's the trigger puller. So I'm the spotter. When there's a big problem, I start looking. And like, even though I'm like happy, I'm go lucky, I always have an eye and I'm willing to perceive. And I look at everything. I look at everything. People don't realize how much I look, you know?
The observing piece of it will tell you a lot about someone.
Yeah, I'll just look at the room. Just look at the room. And then I have perceptions about interactions or lack of interactions.
I love it.
You know, and then I look forward. You know, then I don't go on a witch hunt. I don't believe in witch hunts.
Right.
Then I'll start pulling strings, you know, and then the red flags will start showing up. And then you pull a little more, and then sometimes I go, you know what? I don't need the bomb to go off to know that this is a bad deal. Once there's enough red flags, I'm willing to frickin' cut
it off
a good person for the security of all of the good involved. But most of the time, I don't know if I've ever been wrong. You know?
Well, you know what? You come with the gut that's been there before. You already confronted.
Yeah.
You make decisions based off the whole already. You already see past. You're seeing perceptions. You're observing.
Yeah.
You're a sniper and a spotter. You know? No, but sometimes I think we need to follow that instinctual, voice, and because we know, we really know. Some of these questions that I have from our comfort killers, if they ask it,
I'm writing that down. One thing. Okay.
If they ask it to themselves more than once, they know the answer.
Yeah. And that's what's gotten me to the experience of where I am now versus where I was maybe 12 years ago when Grant and I first got together. I was way more naive.
Yes.
But in every mistake that I've ever made, and I still make the mistakes, which is so baffling because now I have the information. But every time I go back and look at it, I knew and covered it up because I didn't want to know, because I wanted it to be perfect.
Right.
And I wanted that deal so bad, I was willing to ignore that and have a blind spot to it. But when I really get honest and confront the scene, I go, it's always my fault. It's never them because I ignored it.
Yes. It always comes back to us, baby. I love it. I am I'm like goosebumps stuff. Hey, comfort killers, I didn't forget you. Okay, I know you're watching. You're always tugging me in they're always tugging me in my shoulders. I love my comfort killers so much. These guys have been amazing. I got a bunch of questions. We're gonna get to about 2 or 3 of them. We're gonna call this the comfort killing lightning round.
Okay.
Jamaican style, just air horn it out. Something, okay? And
I love Jamaica, by the way.
Well, we gotta get some beef patties in here. I'm in Miami. Somebody get me some oxtails, you know? But yeah, so the comfort killing group is facebook.com/groups/the comfort killers. Why aren't they in there already, Elena? Like, why?
I love that name.
Come on, comfort killers, right?
It's so good.
So brutal.
Ugh.
We're honest over here.
We love brutality. Woo, can't you tell? Wow.
We love brutality, baby. All right, so let's shout out Amanda Baker. This question's from Amanda Baker. She says here, I'd love to know how she stays busy while her husband is away or working late. I have a husband in sales, and he sometimes works late, and I miss him when he's not home. What are some ways I can keep my mind off missing him and kick butt while I'm at home being a mom and a wife?
Well, I learned this early on in our relationship. In the very beginning of our relationship, I wanted him to spend more time with me. Okay. Now, I've never, when he was working, ever said, you work too much or you need to spend time with me. Yeah. But with his recreational time, he was doing other things like video games. And this is with the beginning of our relationship. Yeah. And it drove me crazy. And no matter how much I tried to get him to want to be with me, he wanted to do his own thing. Yeah. And then I looked at it and I was like, why are you taking this personally? Because when he's with me, he's totally rad. We love each other. And then I had one of those cognitions.
Yes.
A moment.
The moments.
Where I realized, again, it's my fault because I was not happy with myself and I was looking for him to fulfill me, to make me happy. So I made him my thing, and that's not fair. It's not fair to do to another person. Why? You have to figure out. So who was that said that?
This is Amanda.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda, like, figure out what your passion is. What have you always wanted to do? Like, you know, go to, I don't know, read a book, go to, what are your new hobbies, something, and throw yourself into it, you know? And not as an FU, though, to the husband that he has his own thing, but really as an opportunity for yourself to learn and grow and to enrich yourself.
Yeah. Well, funny story, I watched the old video of Grant Cardone when his offices were over in LA. And the video went through, he was talking some sales stuff, and then he turned on this TV with the Halo. And he's playing, like, he's like mashing up Halo. So when you say he played video games, that was funny.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. Shout out to Dario Rosario, one of the connectors that we have in the Comfort Killing group. Here's another question. This one is from Let's not be so typical. Let's go over here to Dustin Wagner. Dustin. He says here, I find being a power couple has more advantages than disadvantages, and think we are seeing more and more of them arise in households as families are trying to dominate this thing called life together. If you had one piece of advice to give the aspiring power couple out there, what would it be? Thank you, Dustin.
I love that. What piece of advice to the power couple? I would just go back to...
One piece of advice?
Give it to me,
Here it is.
Marry a rich motherfucker.
Only on the Comfort Killers. Hey, what's going on, Grant? I think that works. I think that works.
You know, but seriously, I would say get on the same page as your partner, work out your goals together.
Yes.
You know, and really think of yourself as a power couple. Like, do you know, before I did build an empire, do you know how like risky that is to say, I'm building an empire and this is the king and I am the queen? It is uncomfortable to think in terms like this because society doesn't think in terms like this. But if you think in terms that you are running your empire and you are going to be a power couple, what is a power couple? You should look up that definition. It's amazing.
You already know I looked up power.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah.
I'm on the way.
So power couple, what is that? That you not only have a responsibility when you take on the responsibility of being a power couple to your spouse, you have a responsibility to your community, to your kids. It holds you up to bigger standards than normal everyday pettinesses. So hold yourselves accountable to being a power couple and then decide, what does that look like? What do you want to role model for other people to be inspired by you?
Hey, Dustin, thank you for that. Your homework, okay? All right, your homework is to look up power couple and make sure you send the definition to me.
Or on Google, if you look at like the best traits of a power couple. That was a good one. I did that on a show.
You did that?
Once. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, we gotta check that out. When? Are you
on the G&E show? Yeah, we did.
You're so awesome. Hey, I feel so blessed to be here. I'm gonna go with one more because she used the word define. And I love that. So we're gonna go with one more question. This one's a simple one.
Okay.
Susan Day, thank you so much. You are a comfort killer. Define happiness.
Okay, it's very easy.
Yes.
And I can't claim this definition, and I am gonna paraphrase it, but it's from one of my mentors, L. Ron Hubbard.
Yes.
And he says that happiness is the overcoming of not unknown goals. Now I'm really gonna screw it up. But to achieve the purpose. And so not unknown barriers. So you know who your enemies are, you know who your challenges are, and you overcome them towards the goal. That is what happiness is. There's no state of happiness until you are like an Olympic gold medalist. Is overcoming known barriers to achieve a goal.
And you know what's so funny is that when I came here and spoke to Grant, I had on my little notebook, Ron Hubbard, happiness, production is the basis of morale. Yes,
that you quoted accurately. Yes.
I love it because when I'm moving, when I'm producing, when I'm creating, I'm happy. I feel good.
Google that happiness definition, will you? Okay, go on.
Yeah. So no, I just feel good. And so I brought it here and I always bring it back. And that's why I said this one is gonna be easy because we defined these words. And it means so much to me. So guys, look up these words, stop playing games because then we're out of communication, right? If we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yes.
You know, and you're right, it's not a state of this,
yeah.
You know, I am happy every day. When I'm eating, I'm happy. When I'm doing something, I'm happy. When I'm here, I'm happy. You know, it's not this one state and then we fall back from that state and we always try to build up to that state. No. You know, I feel good when you do stuff. So comfort killers, you gotta do things.
Action.
Action speaks louder than everything on this planet, okay? Guys, ladies, gents, okay? Thank you so much for hanging with me. I am Stacey A. Cross, and there's no E in my name. This right here.
There is an E in my name.
There's about 3 of them. I think I did the math this morning.
Oh, wait. Oh, the last name?
Thing?
Okay, yeah, you're right. 3.
The whole thing?
You're amazing.
The whole thing. It's because we already do it. We already think about these things. I already, here, you want to see something funny? I wrote out the entire interview before we had it. what you're gonna say, what I'm gonna do.
No, how accurate was I?
Very accurate.
You're
Very
good.
accurate. You know?
You're good.
So guys, are you a comfort killer or not? Are you gonna take action? Are you gonna make it count? Are you gonna build empires? Are you gonna go after your hobby? Are you gonna make it a whole thing? Are you gonna start making a decision that after you confront where you're at, that's the best decisions to make. Be real with yourself, be honest. Stop lying to yourself. There's so much gold that you have provided in this thing.
Build on your strengths.
Build on your strengths.
Work on your weaknesses. You know?
Never heard that one before.
Why? I think I just made it up.
I never heard that one before.
Where am I going with this? And then it kind of just ended. There it is.
I love you guys so much. We're gonna name this one Guns, Funds, and oh, that gun. Woo! Can I feel?
Yeah.
Bang, bang. Hey, straight up Jamaican here, and we straight shoot to kill. All right.
Yeah.
So I am Stacey A. Cross. And there is no E in my name. I love you, Comfort Killers, and thank you so much.
Oh my God,
Elena.
please.
You're awesome. You're
awesome.
awesomer.
Oh my God.
See you guys. Peace.
Bye.
I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name.